Not every K-drama gets to be popular. But the ones that did manage, do they truly deserve it? This is a question that we will see every day when browsing through topics about K-dramas. So today, we have brought to you a compilation of madly successful series that people think are way too overrated, along with their thoughts about it. Let's start. Number 1. The Heirs. When The Heirs was released in 2013, this series had taken Korea and other nations by storm. As we have discussed in another video, The Heirs was so popular that it basically boosted the career of all its actors, with viewership far surpassing the 20% mark. Anyhow, with great popularity came great criticism. For this classic K-drama always finds itself in lists of the absolute most overrated. The major reason for this is The Heirs' very basic plot. To Korean netizens, it was just another story of a poor girl getting loved by chaebol guys because of her pretty face. And the protagonists, Eung-san and Kim-tan, were just complete stereotypes of these characters. They called the female lead an attention whore, the male lead a dick, and the entire story extremely unrealistic, with cringeworthy lines. And yet another plot about a poor girl becoming Cinderella. I like the cast, but the plot is stupid. The plot makes my hands curl, people said. They even went so far as to call The Heirs a bootleg version of Boys Over Flowers, albeit without Lee Min-ho's perm. And that's not mentioning the acting, for many audiences directed really crude words to the series' actors and actresses. Crystal, in particular, was at the end of much ire, with comments calling her acting awkward and saying that she acted as if she was the only one filming a sitcom. They all suck except Park Shin-hye, one concluded, and a lot agreed with them. Overall, though, I think The Heirs isn't that bad of a series. It catered to the public's taste and was pretty simple and enjoyable from time to time. I did have a problem with how they wrote our female lead, and yes, it might be a bit overrated. But does the series deserve all this hate? Probably not. Number 2. Descendants of the Sun. Next, we're heading to controversial land, because Descendants of the Sun was gigantic during its time. A hectic love story between a soldier and a doctor, with many iconic scenes, the series topped the charts hard, earning popularity in foreign countries as well as in Korea, with an average rating of 26.3%, and many adaptations. Yet, this insanely famous K-drama appeared many times in a topic on the Korean forum Pon, which asked for the worst dramas people have watched. And the comments weren't gentle. To some, the cast was an issue, with actress Song Hye-kyo and actor Onu being criticized as the worst of the bunch. Others just dubbed the series really boring, even calling it a waste of time and a huge mistake to watch. On Nate, you can also find a popular topic where Descendants of the Sun is called extremely childish. People here admitted that while the Song-sang couple made for great chemistry, both the script and the scenarios were so cheesy that it makes them barf. Others didn't even enjoy the acting, and downright said that they got goosebumps and wanted to hurl when Song Joong-ki and Song Hye-kyo flirted and acted drunk. It was a garbage drama, a netizen said, and another admitted that while the series' lines sounded very poetic in novels or poems, they just don't work on the screen, making Descendants of the Sun extremely immature. Aunties love these. That's why the ratings are high, one commented, basically demeaning the drama. Well, I can't change their minds, but to me, Descendants of the Sun was pretty fun. Yes, I have outgrown it, and yes, I didn't like the series' theme of Korea being another nation's savior. But if you love the drama, I totally get you. Number 3. True Beauty. True Beauty. While the series hadn't hit big in Korea, it did decent enough to bring the cast to fame, especially Hwang In-yeop, who became exponentially more popular after the series ended. The drama's international fame, though, was a whole different story, and topics and discussions and fan-made videos regarding the series can be seen literally everywhere across the net. However, True Beauty was also very hated. And if you just Google up the keywords True Beauty and overrated, there will be ample results. For starters, the series' synopsis, which follows an ugly high school girl who wears makeup and attracts all guys, is deemed as extremely cliché and outdated, or in one Korean's word, a little bit 2008-esque. It's amazing that we are still producing dramas like this in the year 2020. Speechless. One commenter said, among others that called the series corny, disappointing, and cringy. Alongside its plot, True Beauty is also heavily criticized for poor character development, as it has, quote, 0.1% character growth. The rest of it is Ju-kyung being crazed after by all the men, unquote. There are even opinions that went as far as to accuse the series of indoctrinating young girls to buy makeup and receive plastic surgery, and blaming it for being a way for the beauty industry to make a society where they bias against women for their features and visuals, and leeching off of that. Pretty heavy, huh? Okay, all negative notions aside, True Beauty cracked me up a whole lot. I honestly didn't like most of the serious plot, but as long as it's enjoyable, I think that should be enough. Number 4. Uncontrollably Fond. Okay, after all the rom-coms, we are arriving at quite the tragic series, which starred the dashing Woo Bin and the drop-dead gorgeous Bae Suzy. Revolving around the romance between the poor producer No-ul and the superstar Jun Young, the series is an example of one that got both domestic and international recognition, with ratings faring around the 8% mark, and lots of discussion in international forums. However, despite being popular, Uncontrollably Fond did receive many scathing reviews. For starters, the plot of a rich man and a poor girl combined with a terminal illness is regarded as overrated and common, to the point that people even questioned how the series even got #1 ratings in the first place. The ratings are going to drop and never rise again, one said, with others calling the story boring, awkward, and cringe. People also said that both the male and female leads aren't that charming of characters, and harshly criticized the series' acting. Suzy, in particular, found herself under fire. The drama was entirely ruined by her, a comment said, followed by many that demeaned Suzy's, quote, bad acting, and claimed that Suzy should just stay quiet and do nothing, because she can only be pretty. The bad reaction grew even worse as the drama went on, and eventually, Uncontrollably Fond was surpassed by W2 Worlds in terms of ratings. To netizens, Uncontrollably Fond is irrefutably worse off, and thus, it was way overrated. Number 5. Squid Game. Well, I obviously don't need to talk about the huge popularity of Squid Game, do I? The series reaped successes throughout the world, topping the Netflix charts for months, and even snagged home some major international awards, so there's no denying its massive success. However, as more and more people watched the drama, we also witnessed a rise in harsh comments, mostly those that called the series overhyped and overrated. Embracing the survival game trope, Squid Game isn't exactly new, so a lot of people have compared it with the previous survival shows, like Alice in Borderland, As the God Will, and to some extent The Hunger Games. To these netizens, Squid Game has completely disregarded the charm of the survival genre, with way too many unnecessary plotlines, little tack, and no strategies. Some questioned why characters like the police and the doctor were even there in the first place, since the story would have been the exact same without them. Most of all, though, people seemed annoyed with the main character. They absolutely hated him for being a complete hypocrite that treated his family poorly, but is good to people he has only met once. He lives off his mother like a leech. He doesn't even remember his own daughter's birthday. And he only wins thanks to luck, they say, claiming that a character like that just completely ruined the drama. As a fan of the survival genre, I wouldn't say Squid Game did it well. But since it did bring a nice humanity side, I'd say it ain't all that bad. Instead, let's be happy that Asian dramas are finally getting the attention they deserve. And that concludes today's video. Were these dramas overrated to you? Are there other series that you don't think deserve their popularity? Share with us your thoughts in the comment section. And if you want more videos like this, like, share, and subscribe to Polydrama. We'll come back soon. See ya!